Hey Mountaineer fans, after a year of being stuck at home, you deserve all the latest WVU gear, gifts, and apparel to show your Mountaineer pride. Our friends at the Book Exchange are offering 25% off with our promo code BX4 Final Four. Let's cheer on all of our Mountaineer athletes in gold and blue and support local business too. Shop online at bookexchangewv.com or at their downtown Morgantown or Evansdale locations. That promo code again is BX4 Final Four.
Recorded live in Morgantown, West by God, Virginia, and across the world, with your hosts, Kevin Jones, John Flowers, and our lovely co-host, Ashley. This is the Final Fourcast podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Final Fourcast featuring me, one of your co-hosts, Kevin Jones. I got my boy Jay Flo with me.
Jay Flo in the house.
Flowsy.
You know what's going on. #1 real estate agent. Need a house, hit me up. Professional basketball player.
Have you sold the house though yet? Have you sold the house yet?
I've been assistant. I got referrals, yes.
Oh, all right. Yeah, refer. That just means, AKA, I haven't sold the house yet. But anyway, we got our lovely co-host, Ash.
That's me.
We have our producer, Dave.
G'day.
And our trusty intern, Ethan. Is he here?
What's good?
What up? What's good? Wow, it's kind of aggressive, but all right.
Yeah, I feel aggressive today.
I see. You got something you need to get off your chest, Ethan? Got something
Maybe
going on
about
over
the
there?
football team.
Oh wow, can't wait to hear this take. I was gonna warm up to it, but all right, since we already getting into the shits, Ethan, what's going on, man? What happened yesterday? What'd you see?
Well, after the basketball game, you think like WVU Sports is on top of the world, and then kickoff at noon, and right away, Daggie's throwing interceptions, blocks or punts are getting blocked for touchdowns. Players are getting ejected for targeting. So,
Bro, it seems like each week it gets worse. It's not getting better. It's like I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know.
Did we have a big win like last weekend?
The weekend
2
before.
weeks ago.
Yeah, Iowa State.
Yeah.
And then we lost to Oklahoma State last week, which was also a shit show. And then this week, against K-State.
I feel like also not only to point out Deggy, I feel like our offensive line isn't that good. I feel like he only has like 2 seconds to throw the ball and he's getting sacked, and I feel like that's leading to a lot of his turnovers because he's just trying to get the ball out of his hand because the offensive line can't hold up.
Exactly, and we already know that Deggy has a problem with making fast decisions because he gets inside of his own head, and when he has to react that quick, he just falls apart, and it's not conducive to the whole environment.
Yeah.
So he can't handle pressure is what you guys are saying.
Nope.
KJ.
I mean, bruh, like I don't know if Kansas State defense is just that good, but I've seen it on multiple occasions where like dudes is just getting to him easily. He it's very rare that I've seen he's had a lot of time in the pocket.
So the next Pat White didn't step up and
he didn't even travel.
He didn't travel.
No, he had.
I did not know that.
Apparently, it was an injury, but you know how WVU fans will take that.
What is it, transfer?
He's about to transfer.
Yeah, people think he's transferring now.
Oh no!
I would. If I was him, I would definitely consider transferring. They did him dirty.
How though? How they do him dirty?
He ain't really play the last game, did he? Or he threw an interception or something. They benched him or something like that.
He fumbled the ball.
Fumbled the ball. Yeah, I mean, bruh, like when you're in a position like that, it's kind of tough. It's like being a player on the bench who they just come in and they automatically rely on you to make something happen as soon as you get in the game and you cold. So that's a tough position to be in.
It seems like they playing some teacher's pet type shit, bro. Like
you think so?
Dougie. Yeah, bro. Like it's like to me, it's kind of evident who the quarterback should be. Like, Ethan
but you can't say that. You can't say that though, John, because at the end of the day, we've not seen Green throw that damn ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't have an O-line. If I was Green, I'd be the fuck up out of
You
there
could say
every
the
time,
same
too.
thing about Deggy then. The only difference is Green can actually run.
Yeah.
And when you know when Green is on the line, you know that motherfucker's going to run. There is nothing else that's going to happen.
You're telling me we don't have an O-line and you want him to throw the ball? Like, he's supposed to run, right? If the line breaks, he's supposed to get up out of there, right?
But it's kind of impossible to do that when the other team knows if Green is on that line, they're going to run. We know that.
So, I mean, is that the play calling, though?
That's what I want to know. Is it play calling? Is his lack of ability? I don't know which one it is. Like, it's hard to say.
Exactly.
So, I mean, in
Does
that
he
case,
have the opportunity to throw the ball?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for that.
that's true.
I do. No, he hasn't. Because if he did, he would have thrown the ball. Like, come on, like.
We have weapons though. Like, I feel like we have weapons at wide receiver.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so it would so that leads me to believe that I don't want to say incapable, but they don't trust him.
Right. Which there's a reason they don't trust him. So I'm just saying.
Exactly. So it's just like
It's a catch-22.
They're not going to develop him. So it's kind of like a John Flowers, Devin Eubanks.
Wow.
Oh,
Hold
wow.
on.
Seriously?
You didn't get developed?
I mean,
you don't think you got
all
developed?
they do is just recruit over guys and bring them in. Host plays, teacher's pet.
Oh, my God. John, you are
Get my
talking mad
guys
shit.
in here.
Y'all feeling spicy this
I'm
morning.
going to get my guys in here.
And then we'll see. And then we'll see.
KJ, it seems like Neil Brown already knows like who he wants to be his quarterback. He's not willing to try anything else as far as giving the next Pat White, as Ethan said, a shot at the...
What do you think, Ethan? Do you think he's capable of throwing the ball?
Yeah, he is. I mean, it was. I forget what game it was, but it was a couple games ago where he threw it like 30 yards in the air. Like, he can throw the ball. It's just he's a more dual threat quarterback. So because he's been compared to Pat White, so you know.
Are you the only person that compared him to Pat White?
I haven't heard anybody else say that. I feel like Ethan made this up.
You guys aren't on Facebook then, like with all the group chats.
Oh man, I think we're just looking for anything right now to hold on to. Like as a fan base, we're just looking for anything to hold on to.
Right, yeah, we're grasping at straws.
We're
You
about
guys
to
still
lose.
trust the climb?
I don't think so. Not this year.
See, but that's the thing is that after this season, isn't he getting like after this season he'll have all his like personal recruits, everybody that he recruited, because doesn't he still have some like left over from, I
think it's very few, but yeah, for the most part, he's got his guys.
My concern though for next season though, real quick, is what about our defense? How many players are we going to lose off that D? Because our D line's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Stills is gone right after this year.
He's a senior.
That's gonna be a big loss.
Yeah.
I don't know. These are all questions. I guess we're gonna find out soon. I heard something about Peyton and Eli Manning's like nephew or cousin or something like that. They were recruiting them. I don't know how.
They were joking about that because they had McAfee on. Yeah.
Wow.
Peyton Manning said something like he says he's going to WU, didn't he? Told Pat McAfee that thing.
It was a joke, apparently.
Yeah.
Who jokes like that?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, bro. They be going in on people though on that show. If you ever watched it.
Nah, I never seen it. I'm not a big football guy.
Yeah.
We need to get Pat on the show. Get his take on all this.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to.
We were. I thought, yeah.
Oh, he had a reaction yesterday on Twitter.
What'd he do? What'd he say?
Here, he said something along the lines of, "It's tough watching this team." Let me find it real quick.
We feel the same.
Yeah, for real. That game was, whew. And it's crazy because we was coming back, and then just I don't know. We can't get out of our own way, bro. Like
exactly, and that's the issue. Yes, 100%.
Can't get out of our own way.
Yeah, Pat said this West Virginia team is tough to watch.
Couldn't agree more, Pat.
I tweeted I missed the game, and someone said, Someone said, "Damn, you're lucky" or something.
Yo, we are harsh, bro. We are harsh. Our fans are harsh.
It was all good a week ago. Ash got on here happy as shit.
Well, that's the thing, right? So when you've seen what this team can do, you know they're capable of it. And I think that's why it's so hard to watch them lose these games.
I don't know if are they capable of it against every team though.
That's the issue. There's no consistency. Consistency.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. I would love to talk to one of them because I want to know what it is.
Yo, we should try to have Deggy on here.
Right? I want to know, is it that you're getting mentally in your brain? Is it play calling? What is it? Is there friction on the team? I mean, what's going on?
You want to get Dougie on here so Ash can drill them for an hour?
Damn, Skippy.
Yeah, exactly. I need to see.
Question number one from Ash. What the fuck? And second of all, another follow-up. How fucking dare you?
Ash was happy as shit last week.
Week
Dougie
before.
Did great. Mm-hmm. All that. It's just funny seeing how the fans just... how quick they'll just be like, you know what?
I'm not saying he's not capable. I'm not saying he's not capable of these great things, because he is.
Yeah.
But it's tough when I watch him not play to his potential.
Is he?
Yes,
if it happens,
we've seen it.
If he doesn't do it 9 times out of 10, like you see me hit half court shots, that doesn't mean I'm capable of hitting them all the time, you know what I'm saying? So does that mean I'm capable of doing it? Like,
but
you know what I mean?
You're comparing apples and oranges, first of all. Secondly, we're talking the full gambit. That would be like you having a killer game, John. I'm talking you played killer D, you played killer offense, you did everything correct. That tells me that you know how to play ball, right?
No.
How do you figure?
If I do that against Fairmont State, and then I play against Kentucky and have a terrible game, what does that say? But
he's playing consistently good against good teams. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? But there's just a few of these games where he just has fallen apart like a freaking 16-year-old girl during a breakup. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
His lows are that's the thing of I get the consistency part, because his lows are like, all right, even if you're a really good player, right, you're supposed to stay at a certain level even if you have a bad game. But his lows are like basement level. And it's not supposed to be like that. Even if you're having a bad game, you're supposed to at least I think it's the turnovers for me that I see. It's just I don't be seeing what he sees.
Bro, if the O-line isn't blocking for him, I get it, bro.
But throw it out of bounds.
I'm not about to be getting my head taken off.
It's not live. That's the thing. Is throw it out of bounds. That's not live. It's just like basketball. Live ball turn it. What Coach Huggins say? Throw that shit out of bounds if you get the urge to turn it over, right? It's the same thing with football. Throw that shit out of bounds. He sees shit coming and he's like, oh, let me still try to squeeze this throw in. No, throw that shit out of bounds and live for another down.
Throw that shit out of bounds.
Yeah,
hey, you guys know he can come back next year.
He can?
Yeah, with the COVID.
I didn't know.
Ash, would you want him to come back, or would you want to
I don't know, dude. I really don't. I honestly, but I guess it depends. What else do we have? Do we have anybody coming up? Are we working with anyone else? Are we developing other players behind the curtain? Yeah. I don't have answers to this stuff. And
that's what I would be. If I was a coach, I don't know a lot about football, but I would be developing Grant.
Yeah, and it's tough. And I mean, I hope they are developing Green. I hope that's happening.
Clearly they're not. I mean, the most development, the best thing that they can do is give them experience, right?
Right. Well, that's true.
They're not doing now, that's what I don't get it.
Especially now that really, I mean, can we make a bowl game? Can
we?
We have to win out. We have to beat Texas. We have to win out, right?
Whew, man.
We're going to be in the shit bowl.
and Kansas just beat Texas. So
the J-Flow Entertainment Bowl?
We might need to really make that the first annual.
I like it. That sounds good to me. We could totally do that.
For real.
But yeah, there was a video which Dave sent us, Deggy coming off the field and Brown's trying to talk to him and he's just not having any of it. So I don't know if he's not listening, if he's getting so down on himself. I need to know what the problem is with him. I want to know, because that's going to determine what I want to see from him and if I want to see him again.
Yeah. I think it's tension on the team, man. When stuff like that happens, I feel like there's behind the scenes tension.
This is a bunch of nothing. This video it doesn't show anything.
Well, you know how people make like stuff out of nothing though. Anyway.
Well, yeah.
Neil is saying throw the ball, and Doug is saying they're not blocking.
Yeah, I mean, he got a point. He's got a point about that, and that's the thing is like if we see him with a good, at least a decent O line, it's like our O line is bad, bro. Like it's from what I've seen, and I'm like Big 12 is not known for defense. I feel like we have very good offensive. I feel like we have very good offensive teams, but defense is not a strong suit in the Big. From what I've seen, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I would tend to disagree with that. I mean, not as a full gambit for the entire Big 12, but there are a select few teams that have really good defenses.
Okay.
I seen the football scores looking like basketball scores. Like
for real, crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's like 70-56 and shit like that.
I think the Texas Tech game was. Did they upset Oklahoma or something, or one of those teams?
Baylor upset Oklahoma. Texas Tech upsetted Iowa State.
Iowa State, yeah. And they were both basketball scores. So KJ, you might be onto something.
That's why
for someone who doesn't know shit about football.
I don't. I just pay attention to the scores.
We actually did a Twitter poll about whether we were going to make a bowl game or not. And out of 390 votes, only 14% said yes, 85% said no.
Bruh.
I mean, the people are pissed because we just lost.
For sure.
But I mean, also we have to win out too, so that's also a reasonable statement why they would feel like we are not.
Do that same poll again next week if we win.
We shall see.
It will be the opposite.
Okay, so we do have a commit for another quarterback. Is it pronounced Nico Marshall or is it Martial? Huh? Marcoli? Marcoli.
Nico Marcoli.
Oh, he's a badass. Oh, Joe says he's a badass. Okay. 4-star recruit.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you, Joe.
No wonder why. Joe? No shit.
Oh. No,
did you hear that?
All right,
no wonder
Joe
why
on
the next
show.
Pat White. Yeah.
What did he say?
He said he might be the national player of the year.
The new quarterback for next year. Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Are we comparing him to Pat White?
Are we comparing him to
Stop
Pat White?
comparing people. We're not comparing anybody else to Pat White that you say.
What about Geno Smith?
48-game winning streak Friday night in the same country roads after the game.
48 games?
Yeah, he just ended another team's 48-game winning streak.
Tell Joe to get on the mic.
Yeah, Tell Joe come here.
Tell Joe to get on the mic so we can actually hear this in the edit.
Down 17 with 2 minutes left and they won.
Tell Joe come here.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them this?
We
Do it
want
so I can
Joe.
edit it in.
Huh?
We want Joe.
KJ's asking for you. He said we want Joe. Since you know what you're talking about.
Since our fucking reporter is just sitting there.
Yeah,
like a plum.
He's comparing.
Like trying to hear what he's saying.
He's comparing everybody to Pat White.
So Joe told me that Martial? Marcoli. So he ended a team's 48-game winning streak the other day because he beat them. The second or third game of the year, they were down by 17, like at the very end, and his team made a comeback. Like he's for real.
Is he from West Virginia?
No, but what's funny, is he from where's he from?
He's from Arizona.
Okay.
Arizona,
But
okay.
the last game that they beat the team that was on a 48-game winning streak, they sang Country Roads at the end.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay,
So I'm pretty
there you
excited
go.
about it.
Things are looking up.
Yeah.
I won't get too excited now because he's still in high school. And I don't want to get my hopes up.
That's true. Let's see how he transitions to college.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's see how he transitions to college. We'll see.
Well, it depends on what. Well, I guess it depends on what school he comes from, like how tough their schools are. You know what I mean?
But that's a bright side, though.
Exactly.
That's something to look forward to.
True. What?
Shout out to Big Sweat. He came from. Where'd he come from?
So he plays for one of those schools that literally plays all over the country. They don't. It's not just like normal schools where you just play your state or your AA school in your state or whatever. Like he plays all over the country.
So he's battle tested now.
Yes.
It's not like Mackey playing in high school and averaging like 50 points a game.
Wait, what? Did he?
Yeah, he was killing in high school.
50 points.
He averaged a lot of points. I don't want to say 50. It was like 30 or something.
He's not Kevin Oreen. Shout out to
Exactly.
Smacky though. Shout out to Smack.
Eat shit, Pitt.
Transitioning from football to basketball, we had a game this week. Oh, is it? How?
Everybody's saying it's basketball season now since we suck at football. That's
Exactly. So that's a
right
great.
there.
So that's a great transition.
Amen.
Your transition was just okay. Transition.
Wow.
Kevin's really mastered this
said-
over the 3 years we've done this. Like,
He has.
You said the
changing
exact
topics.
same thing that I said.
Changing topic.
You said the exact same thing I said. Whatever. Anyway, we had the backyard brawl. I think it was, what is it, the 198th game?
188th.
188th game. Thanks, Ethan.
Did you go, KJ?
I did not go. I was out of town, but I seen it on. I watched the game on TV, and I wish I would have went. Yeah, I was in
Right.
Charleston.
Out of town.
Get out my business. Get out my business, John. Let me telling people my business. Anyway, but yeah, I didn't know that we led the series. WVU led this all-time series.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I didn't know. What the fuck?
They just this win on Friday was their 100th in the series over Pitt.
Yeah.
Tough.
What's the series? Like, what's the score?
74-59.
Oh, you mean out of the whole wins or just the game?
We're
Yeah.
winning the series of the
100,
backyard brawl.
188, I think, or 87. Yeah, something like that.
If this is our 100th win, so then it's 100-88.
Yep.
Oh, tough.
So eat shit, Pitt.
It is pretty. It is pretty
Again.
close.
Yes.
I didn't think it was that close. That's pretty close.
I mean, kinda.
Yeah. I mean this was probably like the weakest Pitt team that I've seen.
They were
since-
missing some players too.
They were missing some players, but also I think we played well as a team. We played way better than we did against Oakland, which I was happy to see. Jalen showed up, Taz showed up, the Malik, shout out to Malik coming off the bench. He showed
Malik's
up.
killing.
Yeah,
They said
so
Malik should be the starting point guard. Yeah.
all right, not saying that he doesn't have the talent, but you know, like
Nah,
I think he's good. I think he's embracing this role coming off the bench, and we need that scoring off the bench.
That's true. That could be true. Yeah, you can't have. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's smart of us. You can't have 3 ball dominant people on the court.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
with him, Taz, and Sean.
Exactly. So, and then you got Jalen too, who's gonna need his shots and touches as well.
Jalen
so.
had a quiet. Was it quiet? Like, it wasn't really. Yeah, it was quiet. But I looked up and he had 20 or 18 or whatever you finished with.
He had a quiet first half, but then second half he started. I think after he caught that dunk, he banged on old dude from Pitt. He started going crazy.
I think that dude is a freshman too. I think.
From Pitt.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I like him. He handled the ball a little bit. I like him.
Hey,
But
with Jalen, we have a unique stat line that one of you share with him.
what is it?
West Virginia player with 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 blocks. Who's the other?
Of course, Kevin Jones for sure. 5 blocks for sure.
blocks, that's
sounds
me.
like a regular stat line for me. But go on, Ethan.
It's below.
Really?
Fuck.
Yep.
What?
Against Providence in 2011.
Okay.
I had more than 18.
Oh, now you. Oh, my
John's
God.
ego's coming out. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
here we go.
He remembered his 30 points. I don't know what you're talking about.
I had 22.
Can you check how
24
much?
points.
Can you check how
yeah.
much Marshawn Brooks had that game? Thanks.
Yeah, I locked that up. How much? Look that up.
You
See how
did
much Marshawn
Hey,
Brooks
shout out Twitter user Sam Shu for that stat. He sent it to Dave.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Well, he's wrong.
We can look it up.
Just can't.
I'm looking
just
up how
can't
much
make John
Marshawn
happy.
Brooks had that game.
Just can't make John happy, huh?
It kind of pissed me off, actually.
Oh,
Take away
he's
my-
actually incorrect. John had 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 blocks against Providence on our
5
93-63 win back in 2011.
Nice.
5 blocks. You know how hard that is to do? I don't know if you guys
That's
know.
tough. No, that's tough, bro. You should have won Defensive Player of the Year that year, for real.
Facts.
You should have.
And
I mean, I'd be
everybody
busting your
wondering-
ass, but that's a different story. But
Pause. And everybody's wondering who's the best shot
Marshawn Brooks
blocker
had
to come out
13 points that game.
lock up. Do you know how hard that is to do, to lock somebody up, get 5 blocks, and be the leading scorer
That's
in
tough.
the game?
nah,
It's
that's
even
tough.
harder to be humble about it and not like go
Clearly.
crazy about it.
No, it's
I'm
okay
tired
when
of
it
being
only
humble.
happens once a game. We got once a season. That's fine. You can it's something to celebrate.
I was thinking about that too. Like, these kids coming out of high school, like, should they be humble or should they talk their shit? You know what I mean? Like, is it better to be humble about it, or do you have to let people know what you're doing? Like, I feel like sometimes you gotta let people know. Like, if I did it again, I would probably be less humble.
I don't know, dude. I feel a little bit different about it. Because I feel like if you come out like, yeah, you know, I'm this, I'm that, I'm da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then you give people more fuel for the fire if something were to happen the next game. You know what I mean? Like,
mean,
oh, this
as long
motherfucker
as
always talking shit, thinking he's the best, and da-da-da-da-da.
I mean, you gotta back it up though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it
Like,
definitely comes
Well, I mean,
with
that's
backlash
legit.
if you don't. Yeah.
I find people that are humble to be more appealing for my palate, but that's just me.
but I'm talking about to get noticed, for people to notice you and respect
Oh,
you.
honey, with the internet nowadays, I don't think you need to get noticed. People are going to throw those stats up left and right. You
That's
know what I
a
mean?
fact. Like you could get a scholarship off a highlight tape that you scored 6 points in, but you got all your dunks in on a highlight tape, so you got a fucking scholarship somewhere. So like that's how easy it is to. That's what social media has done to basketball in general, like
If I had to
especially
do it
college
again,
basketball.
If I had to do it again, I'll talk my shit. I practice. KJ ain't shit.
I was gonna say talk more than you already talked. Like,
That's why we
Speaking
love
of
John.
which, though, like, our guy Oscar, he's balling out right now in Kentucky. I hate to say it, but
no, say it, John. What you?
I think we kind of miss him here at WV.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say something else. Well, that's obvious that we missed. All right, this is going back to the game. This is like the worst rebounding team Coach Huggins probably has ever had, bro. We got out rebounded by like
16.
almost 20.
Against Pitt?
Yeah. No, and then we got out rebounded by Oakland, which is a way smaller team than us. So it's bad. Like I'm watching the game, because this is stuff that we gonna get thrown out of the game for, like easily snatched out of the game if we don't get a rebound. And Nate,
Facts.
for whatever reason, he's just like, maybe he
Yeah,
just
like-
knows that we're not that good, so it's like nothing he can do about it to even try to motivate them. But it's bad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's what pissed me off about Hugs. Like, where's the short leashes at? Like, I don't get it. Let me not get a rebound in my 24.8 rebound, 5 block shots game. You know what I'm saying? Let me miss a rebound. That game doesn't happen because Hugs going to take me out of the game.
That's
That's
a fact.
true.
Hey, Oscar had 20 rebounds on Friday night. So did West Virginia.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
He almost
no.
out-rebounded our team.
I'm happy for Oscar too, man. Sometimes it takes and when things like this happen, it's not necessarily has anything to do with either side. Sometimes you just need a change of scenery. Like sometimes that's the case. And I mean, Oscar played well here, and then his second season, you know, he kind of regressed in people's eyes. But sometimes you need a change of scenery, and it seems
Yeah.
like it's doing him well.
Keep going, Oscar.
Yeah.
Back to the Pitt game. Things got a little chippy,
You know how it is, man.
but nobody's going to do nothing. It's just a bunch of
Nah,
talking.
they're just like you. When you,
I think I'm the only person. I think I'm the only person to ever throw a punch in the
Bruh,
back of
you
the
did
You
not.
did
throw,
not.
He tripped. First of all, John
Yeah,
tried
actually,
to gain.
let's
He
talk
tried to
about-
gain his grip. He tripped,
Yes.
and it looked like he did.
Nah.
And
He did
it was
not
in
throw a
that
punch,
highlight
bruh.
video that they posted on Instagram before the game, which let me tell you what, that was that video made me so happy. That was a great
Nice.
video.
That was a great video. I don't know who
And-
made it.
yeah.
Dave? Shout out to whoever made that
Justin
video.
Fitzpatrick from W Sports.
Tough.
did a great
Yeah,
job.
he's tough. Yeah, that was an awesome video. He needs a promotion.
Yeah,
But
for real. I love
He swung at me. I bobbed it and weaved. Then he fell. I was gonna come with the overhand left, but was like, nah, I pulled back. You know what I'm saying? I saved his life. I spared him. You know what I mean?
I feel you, bro.
I'm the only one. You know what I'm saying? I'm the goon of the. I was the goon of the team. A lot of people don't know that, but yeah, when it came down to it, I was the one out there throwing all the punches. I was the one out there hitting people in the mouth. I was the one out there diving on the floor for balls. You feel me?
Oh my God. Here we go.
I was the one out there chirping and talking it up to all these lame.
Bruh. Nah, but those battles is legendary. Always a dog fight anytime we played each other. No matter how good or bad either team was, like it was always, those rivalry games always competitive. So I wish I could have been there. I heard it was lit at the Coliseum.
Oh yeah.
Was it shocking to you guys that they were like kind of going at each other first half, because they haven't really played? They didn't play last year.
Yeah, but I feel like you could feel like I feel like our WVU was chippy, like they had a chip on their shoulder too, because I'm sure all week they heard like, this is a big rivalry. We can't let them come in here and win this game. So they seemed like they had a little edge to them, especially DC. Shout out to Damon Carrigan. I like the way he enforced a little bit out there. So
he took a shot from a Pitt player too.
What do you mean he took a shot?
I don't know if you guys saw that.
Nah. What shot? What kind of shot?
He got kicked. He got kicked where you don't want to get kicked.
Oh, word?
Oh.
Oh, no wonder he
Damon
was
just
tight.
walked away. I'm surprised he didn't do anything else. But
I didn't see that.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have been
I thought they was
tight.
gonna start throwing quarters on the court.
You remember that?
Is that who's playing? Was that a Pitt coach?
Yeah, that was a Pitt coach.
Where Huggins took the mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Pitt.
Back in the good old days.
The good old days. Now they got cameras up everywhere, kicking people out of games and stuff.
Yeah. Student section ain't the same. It's a bunch of baloney.
I don't know. I heard the atmosphere was great the other night, so maybe it's not what we used to see in the student section, though. I mean, our student section was crazy.
Our student section used to go all the way up top to the roof. Basically, that whole side was the student section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They changed it for whatever reason, but
yeah.
Probably sell more tickets.
That's true. That's true too. Thanks.
It is a business.
It was great though. It was great. The new scoreboard looks amazing. The new hype video that they did with that mural behind them, they've all been posting on their feeds, looked amazing. Mm-hmm. The sound is great in there now, and the seats are comfortable as they're all been replaced. It was the first sold out crowd since the pandemic, and it was great. Just great all around experience. The fans got into it. Lots of booing, lots of nervous ESPN censors anticipating the eat shit pit. But it was interesting. ESPN was doing it remotely, so apparently the audio was not that great for people that were at home.
I noticed
so the commentators were remotely producing the game, probably because of all the screaming student fans screaming shit behind them, or just budget. But it was a lot of fun, and I hope people keep up that energy throughout the year.
Agreed.
they won't.
Facts.
They won't.
They absolutely won't, but it would be nice to.
And also, it was good to see a sold out crowd like that. To have it finally feels like basketball season again. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Who we play next?
I don't know. Is it a
We're
tournament?
going to Charleston.
Okay.
Who's
the
Elon
first game?
Elon
first game. Okay.
Oh, it's a tournament in Charleston, North Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
One of those Carolinas.
And then if we beat them, then who we play?
Ole Miss or Marquette.
Ooh, that'll be a good one.
Damn, that's gonna be a fun tournament, yo. It's live out of South Carolina.
Shit.
You should go to that, KJ.
I was gonna go, but I got other plans. I'm going to Mexico.
You got a job?
Cancun, Mexico. No, Cancun. I'm going to Cancun.
You going with Kermit?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is what my life has been reduced to since I can't work.
How's the job search coming anyway?
Oh man, it's tougher than I thought it would be, and it's not. I was gonna say it's not because of lack of offers. It's just lack of the money. that I'm trying to. You know how it is, John, especially overseas, when you get to a certain level and you take less, then it's just like kind of like starting over, bro. So I'm not trying to.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So then the next year after that, then the offers get lower.
Exactly.
And,
So, you know, I would rather take the chance of sitting out to find something that, you know, is comparable to what I'm used to than taking a job just because out of me being, you know, hasty. So I just rather sit still for now until it should open up soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm about to retire. So.
Here we go.
Are you really going to, though, John? Because I thought you said you were going to do it this year. And when you got your real estate license, I was like, okay, this is it. John's back. He's all J-Flow Entertainment. He's going to be realtor galore. And then all of a sudden, he's like, yeah, I'm leaving next week. And I'm like, wait a minute.
He got that number 69 this year. He wants 420 next season, and then he'll retire.
I apologize, Ash, because I know you expected me to like do more of the podcast and get sponsors and actually go out and hustle and be a real producer for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
do what you do, John.
I'll do it next year. I have boots on the ground.
Awesome.
I thought I had the troops in place to help us out a little bit, but Ethan and Dave slapping around. But I figured it out though. Like I'm not like I love basketball. Like I'm not sick of basketball. It's everything else that surrounds it. Like everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Are you talking about on the court or off the court, like having to travel and leave your family, or are you talking about like stuff that happens on the court?
Yeah, like both.
Yeah.
The traveling, like on the court, like you got to do like what your coach says. Like and coaches don't be knowing like what they be doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like we be doing simple drills, like elementary school drills. Like why are we doing this right now? You know what I mean? I'm sick of that.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that, bro. That's why you gotta just take one of those jobs where you just packing it in, but you doing it for the check, but it's also in a nice place that you
I thought that's what this was.
You thought, they tricked you.
They fooled me. Bro, like we practice like 3 hours a day. We got a team therapist, bro. Like we was with her for like an hour before practice after the game. We be meditating and stuff after practice. Like I'm like, yo, just leave me alone.
Meditation is good for you, John.
Yes.
I do it on my own time though. Like it's not I don't want to do it with the whole team and all
I get
this
it.
other
It's not really a
stuff.
group activity. Yeah.
Yeah, I put on my music and I sit in my room and I'm, you know what I'm saying? That's
If you follow John's Instagram stories, he is stalking one of his teammates who very much practices meditation before the game and practice.
Hilarious.
Why are you stalking? What's that? What?
I'm learning a lot about him. The fans, I mean, my followers love him, but I'm learning a lot from
Every
him.
time this guy's doing anything quietly and like in the zone, John's taking a story off him, no matter where it is.
John finds a way to fuck with him.
He's like a 6'10", like Buddhist. Like he has a ponytail, like long hair. Like he told me a lot about it though, like about meditation and a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm learning a lot from him.
Good,
man. Good positive energy. That's what you need to be around, John.
Exactly.
Or how are you doing though? How I see, like every time I see your stats, you killing. Nah, I'm serious. I'm like 19, 16, 17. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like it's cool, bro.
Oh,
it's cool.
All right. Oh, now you don't want to brag. Now you just talk about how you need to talk your shit more. And when I give you an opportunity to talk your shit, you don't got nothing to say.
Stay humble, stay hungry.
Definitely jinxed myself last time I talked about playing basketball.
Oh yeah, you did.
Don't piss off the basketball gods.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
Did you guys see that Sam Huff died? I'm so sad. Sam Huff was our quarterback. Oh, God, when was that? I don't even remember now.
Yeah,
it's been a long time. He was 87 years old, but man, I'm so sad about this. He's in the WVU Hall of Fame.
Oh.
He was an amazing player. Middle linebacker, I apologize. Yeah.
Okay.
So
shut up.
Huff was a 4-year letter winner and 3-year starter at guard and tackle for coach Arch Poppy Lewis, teaming with Bruce Bosley and Gene B. Flamone to give WV one of the college football's most formidable lines in the mid-1950s. He helped lead WV to a combined 4-year mark of 31-7 and a berth of 1954 Sugar Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Among many other accolades.
RP.
Wow, he had a career 30 interceptions.
Oh, that's
30.
Jeez.
That's a
17 fumbles recovered too.
Damn.
Wait, you said he was a middle linebacker and he
Yeah.
had 30 interceptions? Mm-hmm. Oh, snap.
That's what it says.
All right.
I remember when he was inducted
That's
into the
crazy.
Hall of Fame. Of course, I've never seen him play. He played in the 50s, but yeah, he was like one of the greats.
I never heard of him, but RIP to him, man.
The
It sounded like a
university
great
retired
career.
his number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
He's also in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Is he?
Yep.
Dope.
Prayers
Shouts
up to his family.
Prayers up to
his
his
family.
For sure.
Ash,
Word.
who's Van Gogh?
Really? You don't know who Van Gogh is?
No, I don't.
He's
He's like one of the
lying.
most famous painters.
Don't
His
shame
ignorance
me
makes
for
me
not
want to cut my
knowing.
ear off.
You did cut his ear off. There is that.
Please
He wasn't
don't,
exactly mentally stable.
Please don't art shame me.
It's
I don't
okay.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Vincent Van Gogh is who he is.
Oh, Vincent.
Yeah. No, oh, Vincent. Now you
Vincent.
remember.
Van Gogh didn't
I've
strike
heard
it.
of-
It was Vincent that
I
struck
heard
it
of
for you.
Vincent Van Gogh. Yeah, I heard of Vincent Van Gogh.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
you probably heard of
God.
one of his famous paintings, Starry Night, which is a glorious. It's my
It's
favorite.
on like the book, Night,
What book?
Starry Night. It's like a picture like the moon and the stars and the dark, like the trees.
There wasn't. There's not trees. It's actually. It's kind of hard to explain. It looks more like a cathedral or like a building. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's a cliff.
There it is. Oh, the first picture off to the left. If you can look at
It's
the
not
screen.
a book.
No, it's not a book.
A book cover.
Not that I'm aware of. I know is just being a painting.
It's
Yeah.
probably been on dozens and dozens and dozens of art history books and stuff like that. but
Oh,
it is a
definitely.
painting.
Yeah. But so
I feel like I could be an artist, yo.
you think?
I feel like anybody can be an artist, right? I mean, it's,
Abstract art, just throw
art
paint
is
at a.
art is
mean,
art, right? Art is
True, art is
subjective,
art.
right?
It just depends if people appreciate your art. Sadly, Vincent
Exactly.
Van Gogh did not make a dime while he was alive. He didn't make any money till after he was dead.
Wow. That's
So you went to this art exhibit. That's why I asked. Like, in
Yes.
Pittsburgh.
So I went to Pittsburgh last night for the immersive Van Gogh experience, which was really cool. Not exactly what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more like a walkthrough. KJ, I don't know if you saw it because I think you were in Tokyo or not Tokyo, but you were in Japan at the time when they did their immersive Van Gogh, which was like a walkthrough. And people were like walking up and like all this stuff, but ours was just one giant room where everybody was sitting down and then everything was projected around you and they had mirrors in there. It was really cool. And they bring the paintings to life. It's not just showing the painting on the wall. It's like they use like computer imaging to like bring it to life. And it was like climbing. Let me tell you what, dude, if you were really high, it
You
would be
tripping?
insane. Insane.
That's probably what it's about. That's probably what.
I'm sure the person who came up with this idea was high as fuck. Let's just say that because it definitely had that vibe. But it was really cool.
That's dope.
Sounds
Wait,
like
so
something-
did y'all do like y'all just sat down? You just walked around? Like, what was there anything else to do?
Well, so when
was
you first come in, like, because we got there pretty early because we weren't sure about the parking situation and all that stuff. So when we first got there, there's actually like a huge room. They had like a bar and a cafe, and they had like all the shopping you can do. So like you could sit there and chill and like do all that stuff. And then whenever it was actually time to go, because they're on a 36-minute loop. So you have to wait for it to start again. But then everybody goes in this giant room, and as you can see, the circles on the floor. For social distancing, you have to stay within a circle. So you choose your circle, and I'm glad that we had VIP because we were able to have cushions. Like they gave us cushions to sit on because that would have sucked if I had to sit down on the cold floor. But
You had to pay VIP tickets for a cushion.
pretty much. Well, and I also got a free poster and there was other
okay.
things involved. And we got to skip the line. We didn't have to stand in line. So we got preferred seating. So
there we go.
it was pretty neat. But yeah, it was really cool. Like, and they play music in the background, and it was just, it was very immersive. And it was, for someone who appreciates Van Gogh's work like I do, like he's my favorite artist.
Okay.
It was a moment. It was really cool.
That's what I was gonna
Dude,
ask
this
you. Are
sound
you
like-
big into art? Because you never mentioned it before.
Yeah, I have an appreciation for art for sure.
Okay. Dope.
Would you spend a lot of money on art?
Honey, I can't afford good art. I'm
mean,
not
what's
going
the
out here buying
most amount of
Picassos
money?
and Van Goghs and,
What's the most amount of money you would invest in art?
it's kind of hard to say because I don't make that much money, dude.
What's good art though? People be like, "Oh yeah, I see." It'd be like 2 lines. People would draw like 2 lines on a board and be like, "Oh yeah, I see what he did. This is like a creative piece." And I'm like, "Bruh, it's 2 lines."
Remember the banana that was taped to a wall and it sold for like $2 million?
Oh, dude, it's wild. Now people are spending mad money on these NFTs that I do not understand.
What's the NFT?
An NFT is basically like a digital item. So it can be a picture of someone, it can be a meme, it can be just about anything.
I own a bunch of NFTs. I just screenshot them and save them in my phone.
It stands for non-fungible token, and it's a new way for artists to reap money on their products. But it's mostly crypto bros, and we're going to get lectured so hard on this by people. But for some reason, they all appear to be like monkeys in hats, which is very bizarre, like a lot of the art ones on Twitter. Like literally monkeys in hats. Wow. I did see that Jalen Bridges is selling an NFT.
I did. I saw too. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's tough. I think he's the first athlete at WVU to sell an NFT. Has to be, right?
Oh, for sure. I don't know of anybody else that has.
Wait, what is it? What
So
is
it's
it
like trading cards or something?
No,
Yeah,
it's a
it can be.
digital item that exists in
it's
your
like a digital
crypto
piece of
wallet.
art.
And how do I get it? Like, how do you give it to me? Like, what can I do with that? What can somebody, if he gives it to somebody?
So you
like,
basically own the original piece, right? You could say, I own this, and it's registered on like an index somewhere. I very know so little about it, but like basically from anyone on the outside looking in that isn't involved in this, it just screams like money laundering and all crazy things. Cause like there'll be a picture of a monkey smoking a cigarette and it'll be worth like $300 million. And people are like, that makes total sense. That makes so much sense. That is legit. This is in no way questionable why this is worth this much money, but because I own it, it's valid.
Yeah.
We should do that. We should just make something and just tell everybody it's worth a lot of money. Say it's valuable.
I said we were going to sell the picture of Kevin as Austin Powers for $370 million, and people just screenshot it and sent it back to me and said we don't have to pay for it now because it's already out there. They exposed the weakness in it.
Good job, Dave.
Yeah.
Way to fuck it up.
I know, it could have been our payday.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I've read about NFTs, but like it makes sense somewhat. But for someone, maybe I'm just not there yet when it comes to technology, but I prefer to have something physical. You know what I mean? Like a piece of art that I can hang on my wall or even keep in a safe somewhere. You know what I mean? Like not something that's digital on the internet.
That's what I read about art too. Like the people that buy these expensive art pieces, they don't even they hang out replicas.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because you don't want the real one out there for someone to come and steal.
So I don't get it.
I mean, unless you live in like a fortress.
For anything that matures like that, you're not buying it for the art, you're buying it for the investment. And
exactly.
You don't want your investment hanging on a wall where your kids could slap it with like paint and gross things like that. Like when I have my Van Gogh originals, I store them in a storage locker out by Canyon Road. I don't hang the original Starry Night in my house. Like that would be stupid.
Everyone, Dave has Van Gogh out by Canyon Road. Anyone wants to go.
Well, and that's the other wild thing about it. Like the actual real Starry Night, someone doesn't own that. It's in a museum. I mean, maybe somebody does and they just allow the museum to feature it. But most big pieces of art, like the Mona Lisa, you know, it's at the Louvre. And, you know, like all the major art pieces are usually in a museum.
Yeah. See, I always wonder, how does art, like, how does it get to that point where people just like would spend this amount of money on it? How can you look at a piece and like, all right, yeah, this is what I want to sell this for?
The art appreciators, that's what their job is.
Yeah. All right, like so somebody just looks at your piece and like, this is worth $1 million. It could be shit. Like, not saying that these pieces are shit, but I'm just saying it could be a piece of shit. And if they say that it's worth $1 million, it's worth $1 million now.
Well, there's a lot of factors that go into it. How you know, has the artist made other pieces before that were like, you know, worth something? Is there, you know, there's a lot of things that go into appreciating art. Something I have no clue about. We would have to bring on someone who understands that side of the business. But it's just like anything. It's just like anything, KJ. Think about it. People with their Etsy stores, when they make one-of-a-kind pieces, how do they dictate what that piece is worth?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the same concept.
I would pay some money for like a piece from the 18th century or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, that would be kind of interesting. That would be worth a lot of money.
Exactly. And that's the whole point about getting into art, is it's all about investment. It's a wonderful investment because it only appreciates. It never depreciates.
I would pay a lot of money to see one of the drawings I drew when I was in kindergarten.
A J Flow original.
Did you see, remember that Banksy that was sold at Sotheby's for like $1 million? And then like once it was sold with the hammer down, it shredded.
Yep.
Like he built a shredder into the frame so that people couldn't like have the art, but it got stuck. So now that has appreciated in value because of the unique nature of what it is. Like it was a stunt. It was a promo. It sold for $25.4 million.
Wow. That was more like performance art. Like that was more like an installation, if you ask me, with Banksy. That was kind of brilliant in a way.
So it didn't sell. It sold, but it was meant to sell, but it wasn't.
It was going to sell regardless.
It sold. Like It as soon as the gavel went down and the person committed to paying for that money, it sold. When that happened, it activated a shredder inside the thing, and I sent a picture to the group chat of what happened to it. It shredded and got stuck halfway, and now it's sold as is for $25.4 million.
Wow.
I guess man. That's actually pretty dope. Are these just
pictures? Or can they be like GIFs and like videos and stuff like
you're talking about NFT? We were talking about NFTs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be anything.
Shit, we might have to take the GIF of Flo doing the Dougie.
It's already out there, though. You got to have something that's not already out there because you have to be able to claim ownership to it.
We're going to sell a series of boudoir photos from Ashley as NFTs.
Oh, God. Nobody wants that.
I think it's just a way to hold money without it depreciating, like in a bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What now? I'm confused. What are you saying?
Like Bitcoin.
It's like having art is a way of having money like that's not in a bank, pretty much.
100%. That's what Dave was saying earlier. Like NFTs can technically be looked at as people trying to launder money.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all weird to me. I don't really like art
like that. Anyone have a McRib?
I am not a McRib fan.
No.
Yeah, it sounds pretty nasty now, but I used to love it when I was younger.
Yeah. Are you when was the last time you had a McRib? Are you excited that it's back?
When the Ozzy Osbourne. Anybody used to watch the Ozzy Osbourne show?
Yes, love that show.
It was a very underrated show. I might have to watch it again. Mm-hmm. But he was like the McRib is back. Yeah, that was around the time I had my last McRib.
I've never had one.
It has a good one, KJ.
That's weird. Like it's like a pickle on it and shit. Is it in like onions?
It's good. It's pretty good. I don't know how to explain it.
For me, it's weird because it's made to look like it has bones like a rib would, but it's just compressed meat. And I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't even want to imagine how it's made.
I know. Yeah, I can't. No.
Which is more than half the things in McDonald's is made the same. Well, it's all made the same way. Like, but we still eat it though.
Disgusting.
Because our fries are bomb, though. I don't care.
Oh,
I love
McDonald's
their French fries.
It's
with their barbecue. I dip it in the barbecue sauce. It is amazing. So good that way.
Only if it's fresh out of the fryer, though.
Yeah, agreed.
If you eat it like 5 minutes later, it's like curled up and shit. It looks weird.
It gets all soggy.
KJ, you played in Japan, right? So you had the soy burger.
I didn't eat none of the specialty, none of the stuff that wasn't Americanized. I did not eat.
You missed out because that shit is good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's so good. It's like a soy sauce. I don't know what it is. Like a soy sauce.
Ooh,
that's fire.
Burger, that shit is fire. You're an idiot.
I like the fact that in each country they have their own twist on
the menu.
Yeah, the menu. I do like that part. So I can't remember. I did get something different from McDonald's one time. I can't remember what it was.
Japan for how long? 3 years?
Yeah, I was in there for 3 years.
You didn't experience a soy burger. Yeah.
I'm looking at Japanese McDonald's, and they have a buy shrimp filet-o.
They do, yeah, the shrimp joint. I was gonna try that.
Yeah, that's pretty
but
good.
I didn't try it.
And the food is always fresh too. Japan probably has the best McDonald's out there.
Yeah, Japan McDonald's is pretty good.
Does the normal McDonald's like meals from here, do they taste different like in Japan?
I think so. I think it's more fresh. Like I you know how you feel nasty after you eat. Like it's good in the moment, but afterwards you feel nasty once you eat it. I don't feel like that at the McDonald's in Japan.
Yeah,
no,
I feel like they use
Just
like
tastes
real
healthier.
chicken.
Yeah.
They don't have the fries sitting out all day with flies flying around.
I do not like Japan KFC though. Japan KFC is nasty.
Really?
Yeah,
What is it?
I'm not a fan of Japan KFC. I don't know. It's just like too much. I don't know.
See, I would argue that England and Australia KFC is superior to American KFC.
Is it?
I felt like
never
the
had either.
KFC over here is just too heavy on the grease and like just trying too hard to be every other chicken sandwich now. Like they kind of lost their way a little bit over here.
I feel like every other fast food chain is in a different country is better than America's.
Interesting. You think we just saying that because we live here and we just so used to this, so that now when we experience something different, it automatically tastes better because it's different.
That could be true.
It could also be the different oils and different chemicals they're allowed to use and stuff like that in their cooking. Like, because not everything over there has high fructose corn syrup.
A Japanese person could come to America and say the exact opposite.
What?
That could be true.
Yeah, that American is better. Yeah.
Maybe just because you like it because it's something you're not used to.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. So it's just fresh. Word. But yeah, before we go, Coach Huggins win number 902 against Pitt, tying Bobby Knight.
Nice. Moving up that ladder.
Yes, sir. So I think he's top 5 now of all time. Is he?
Yeah, he's tied for 5th. He didn't care though. He didn't care. Someone asked him about it, and he said, like, I don't care. It doesn't matter if it was 900 or 902.
All right.
He thought about it.
All right. I think you can't coach that long and not care. Like that's amazing. That's 20 plus wins a season because he's been coaching 40 seasons now. Mm-hmm. That's consistently great every year.
Yeah.
Great math there, KJ. That was quick.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm good with numbers sometimes.
Except your senior year, KJ, y'all didn't win.
Yeah, we did. We won 700 for him.
Y'all didn't win 20 games though.
We didn't win 20 games.
Fucking bums.
We made it to the tournament though. Surprisingly, I don't know how we did it, but we made it to the tournament. I did. He
said
also
on Truck's
have
podcast that he just doesn't care about the National Hall of Fame thing. He just doesn't care. And it's like,
I could believe that though.
That close, you kind of do though.
You do, but then I get what he's saying though. I just
he's not dwelling on it, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like he he's gonna get in. Like we all know that he's gonna get in. It's not a thought about it.
Right. It's not a question of if, it's when.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just the fact that he isn't in there already is just weird.
Agreed.
Yeah, I thought it was something where you had to retire or something to be in it, but you don't. Especially as a coach. So yeah, he'll be in there though.
Yeah.
Soon enough. Word. How many more, last question, how many more years y'all think he got left?
Oh my.
2 to
I think
3.
it's hard to dictate, you know?
Asking this.
I think his contract goes till 24 now.
Nice.
Well, at least till then.
No, I asked that question though because he's so close to 1,000 wins. I figured that he would at least want to get to 1,000 wins before he retires.
Well, he told us that he would continue to coach until he didn't want to coach anymore. Like when it's not enjoyable for him anymore, that's when he was going to stop.
I feel that
I
too.
see him retire. I see him still like being a part of WVU.
Oh, for sure.
Staff somehow. Like that'd be cool if he can get the AD job.
Yeah, I just feel like if he's not I don't know. I worry about him if he's not coaching. I feel like
you don't think he's gonna be able to handle?
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to handle
I don't
life.
know. Like, what is he gonna
Kevin's
do
just
now?
imagining rattling around his house, making pottery and whittling wood. And
He's
trying
going
to find a hobby.
Van Gogh experiences and shit in Pittsburgh. You know, it's
Paying
the
for
whole
that
thing
VIP
now.
seating, you know.
Like, we're
It's the
like,
whole
we
thing.
can't imagine Huggins like out in real world scenarios. Like,
It's
that
like,
doesn't
yeah,
happen.
like he's not a real person or something.
Yeah,
Oh man, shout out to him though. Shout out to Hugs
for sure.
as always.
All right, I'm about to go get a McRib.
McRib.
Get it.
Help spread the word about our podcast. Leave us a review and tell a friend.
And on that note, that's been another episode of the Final Fourcast featuring me and your co-host Kevin Jones, my boy Jay Flo, our lovely co-host Ashley,
That's me.
our producer Dave,
G'day.
and our trusty intern Ethan, who hopefully will have another take besides finding the next Pat White.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I just gotta find someone that can throw the ball and run around.
That's it. We're looking for the option. Let's give it to us.
Aren't we all, buddy? Aren't we all? All right. Peace.
Oh, that shrimp fillet is good though.
All right. Peace.